Greetings and welcome to your Oracle message for the day. I am Kat Morgan and I welcome you to this video, to this channel, and to this space. This is a collective reading and it is timeless, so whenever you come across this video, however and whenever you find it, it's the right time for you to be getting this message. You are asking for clarification, guidance, confirmation, affirmation. You were looking for messages coming to you about something that you're working on, something that's been happening in the recent past or is going to be coming up in the not too distant future. So I am very much appreciating that you are here. Thank you so much. For new and returning friends, please feel welcome in this space. The only thing you're ever going to hear from me on this channel is love and support and encouragement as we go along our separate lives together. Because we're a collective, we are all together, we are all quantumly entangled. So what you do affects me, and what I'm doing affects you. So I want to make sure that I'm on my best behavior so that I do as much good for myself as well as the collective. So welcome. If you haven't already and you feel so inclined, I encourage you to like and or subscribe to the video and or channel. I don't get any money from these videos. This will never be a monetized channel, but it does help the YouTube algorithm help other people find these videos and find this channel. We all know how much help the YouTube algorithm needs. So that's all I'm going to say about that, guys. We have been going through Kyle Gray's Gateway of Light Activation Oracle cards, and today's card is the Lemurian seed codes, representing embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, and living with grace. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with Lemuria. I don't have a lot of personal knowledge about it. I don't have any sort of energetic connection with it necessarily. It's never been something that I've felt a desperate need to research and investigate and explore. But for some people, it's a very, very big deal. And I just want to talk a little bit about that, a little bit about the crystals themselves, and see if we can maybe draw some connections into our current reality and experience right now. Obviously, with the colors of the card, we are definitely working with crown chakra here. We've got very strong violets with the golden light coming in from divine realms. We know that all crystals are matrices and have memory, form themselves over millions of years and carry the collective unconsciousness, the collective consciousness of the entire planet within their matrix, if we could figure out how to tap into it. So, but Lemuria, I did not know Lemuria is named after lemurs, and it was a theory that was proposed back in the 1800s as a answer for why there were fossils of lemurs found in both India and I don't remember what the other, I think it was Asia. And why, if they're, two completely different land masses, how that happened. So they proposed a landmass that joined the two that subsequently sank, similar to Atlantis, and has Atlantis connections as well. It's also been referred to as the continent of Mu. And actually, we know that the continent of Mu is not, pretend they have found that the that subcontinent actually existed. So, in India, Lemuria was adopted by some Tamil nationalists and mystics as confirmation of Kumari Kandam, a legendary sunken land first mentioned in the 15th century Tamil literature. Tamil revivalists identified Lemuria with this ancient cradle of Tamil civilization. The continent's name, Tamil, that is the Kumari Kandam, can be translated as the land of the maiden. Some speculated that Kumari Kandam had been a matriarchal society where women chose their husbands and owned all property. Kumari Kandam is one of the multiple mentions in ancient Indian texts of lands in South India lost to the ocean. Possibly, these are records of historical tsunamis and other natural disasters. So, Lemurian crystals are crystals that people have found that have very unique qualities that are not the same as regular uh, quartz, for example, let's say. So I want to talk about the Lemurian crystals for a little bit because obviously we are working with a Lemurian crystal on this card. And I had done a lot of readings from a previous deck that was the Crystalline Matrix. So if you want more information on those, I don't remember that I had necessarily done one on Lemurian crystals, but there's a lot of information about various crystals in that playlist. You're welcome to check that out. So, a magical stone with epic lineage. Lemurian quartz crystals is a treasure trove of wisdom. Like the rings of a tree trunk, each Lemurian quartz crystal stone contains sacred messages and symbols that are represented in unique horizontal lines and grooves, an abstract pattern that resembles the hieroglyphics of the ancient Egyptians. These unique markings contain the secrets of the universe, whether it's found in the expansion of the ever-spinning orbit of your spirituality, or a wider perception that renews the everlasting spirit of all for one and one for love. Channel the Lemurian crystal meaning by sitting quietly with a stone or the image of the stone, the energy of the stone, and rubbing your finger up and down the grooves of the keyholes. In this quiet space of your mind, the visions and messages you receive can be downloaded for self-healing and celebrating your individuality. If you're feeling spiritually adrift, hold tight to this energy and feel your heart grow exponentially when you reconnect with your divine purpose. That's from energymuse.com. Just a little bit of info on the Lemurian crystal there, guys, for you. So let's take a look in the book and find out what the reading says for us for our card. The one thing before we do that, and just remember, keep in mind, I forget to tell you guys this, but I haven't actually read what's in the book. And I find it so fascinating when there are things that are even phrases, words, things that I've actually said in the reading that are in the book. So it's kind of confirmation that what we're channeling through me as a vessel to you is spot on. So I always love getting that. We'll find out what the book says. But living with grace, I just want to touch really briefly on that. I know I had done a previous reading not too long ago about walking in grace and living in grace. I don't think it was the Crystal Skull one that we just did, but a one before that. So if you have any interest in that, you're welcome to check that out as well. But it's not something I talk about a lot, but it's something that I think about often in my personal spiritual practice, in my personal life, that I want to always be walking with grace, living in a state of grace. And what does that mean, really? To me, and I'm not looking up the dictionary definition, to me, grace means, and this is coming from Divine right now, grace means walking in love, walking in joy, walking in authenticity, walking in your integrity, walking in your true self, walking in who you know you are, who you are meant to be, who you've always been meant to be, always, always, always. Living with grace means accepting people as they are, as they struggle with their own walks, with their own experiences, with their own lives, and greeting them from that place of love and joy and peace. That's my definition of living with grace and living in grace even more. So there we go with that. Now let's take a look in the book and find out what the reading says for us for today. So this is the Lemurian seed codes, embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, and living with grace. Lemuria was a civilization that was in the middle of the Pacific Ocean in ancestral times. The inhabitants of the sacred land lived in complete harmony with nature and had a connection with every living being, similar to the movie Avatar. Their inner vision was fully activated to the point where it is thought that their pineal gland was fully developed and they could see for hundreds of miles in every direction in a similar way to the sonar of dolphins and whales. The majority operated from their heart space. There we are, honoring one another in nature, so much so that when their civilization came to an end through a cataclysmic event, most likely the plates of the earth shifting, causing volcanic eruptions and a tsunami. Most of the Lemurians ascended. It is said that their highly attuned beings knew that their civilization would end and decided to send healing waves into another part of the world for future civilizations to benefit from. They telepathically channeled their frequencies into a thought form that would become crystals that would be found thousands, possibly millions of years later. These Lemurian seeds are a type of quartz crystal mostly found in Brazil and Colombia. They are powerful crystals with striations similar to barcodes engraved on their faces. They have a feminine, receptive energy that is said to help us step into a more feminine way of being in order to help the evolution of the species. And just keep in mind that whether you're born male or female, whether you identify male or female, each of us has feminine and masculine traits within us. And it's a part of us. It's part of the harmony. It's part of the balance. It's part of the yin and yang. There's always going to be polarity in our 3D reality that's never going to be something that we have distance and separation from. So recognizing those polarities is the key to living that life of joy, even if things in the external world aren't bringing us joy necessarily. If we greet them from love and be looking for the gifts, be looking for the benefits that come from every single situation. There's always something of benefit, if nothing else than just understanding that you were freaking strong and got through it in one piece and survived. Sometimes that's the gift that comes to us from an experience, if it's that, bad and harmful and hurtful. So don't dismiss those gifts as well. Don't dismiss your power. Don't dismiss your knowledge and your wisdom that you gain from all experiences, whether they're good or bad. How to connect with this card and with the energy of this crystal and this reading. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Visualize yourself on an island surrounded by pale blue waters, living in harmony with all beings. If you own a Lemurian crystal, hold it in your left hand. Call out to the ancient ones of Lemuria and invite them to share their wisdom. If you do not have a crystal, just keep imagining and connecting with the energy of that crystal. We are all connected. We are all quantumly entangled. So even if you're not holding one of them, the energy is available to you as soon as you intend to connect with the energy of it. And that's all you have to do. And that's all you have to do to connect with this reading and this energy, which is a very healing, I'm always saying powerful because it's the only way that I can describe these energies that are available to us. We are powerful beings. We feel ineffectual and ineffective so many times in our lives. That's a lie. That's a lie we tell ourselves. We are all powerful. We are simply all powerful of ourselves, our being, what we think and feel and say and do. And once we can keep that memory, keep that in our mind, that we are in control, we are responsible for what we are doing, we are accountable for what we are doing. Once we take that responsibility, we take back our power. And you'll hear a lot about that on the Authentic Self playlist, so you're welcome to check that out as well. Your special message for this card. You are a highly sensitive being. You might feel like this is a curse, but this card is here to let you know that this is a gift. It indicates that you have spent lifetimes upon lifetimes living with a giant shield up to stop the world from seeing the real you. But you are a highly unique soul with incredible gifts that are worthy of sharing. Through embracing your uniqueness, you can help many others embrace their own. I only say that about 1 million times on this channel. This lifetime is a more graceful existence with less defense and more trust. It's not about protecting yourself, but stepping into the space of surrender and revealing your true self. Amen. Amen. Selah, so be it. Yes, exactly. Exactly what I was saying. Um, I know this sounds like a broken record for those of you that have been with me on this channel from times past through to now. You hear this all the time from me. It just sounds like something that I just keep putting on replay, but it is absolutely the core of all teachings that are coming through now, not just from me, but you've been hearing it from all of the other channelers, all of the other readers, all of the other videos that you watch that are in this similar kind of line of things that are going to be helpful and beneficial and healing for you. Is the point is to live your authentic self, to step into your integrity, to stop pretending to be someone you are not. You don't have to. You are amazing. You are powerful. You are beautiful. You are a being that is unique to this planet, and you have special, unique gifts that we are waiting for you to share with us so that we can share our gifts with you. So let's get on that, guys. Let's do it. Let's get it. So that is our reading for the day. I do hope that it blessed you. Feel free to leave any comments that you would like. If something in particular stood out to you from the reading, if something special resonated with you, if you have one of these crystals, if you have any personal experience with working with them. So feel free to share as much as you would like in the comments. Have the most amazing day. This is a wonderful, wonderful energy for you to be able to get a hold of and to carry with you. Walk in grace. Live in grace. Be grace. Be blessed. I love you. Namaste and ciao for now.